Hello and welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to talk about spiral stairwells and how to make them. Let's get started. First we'll start with a 5x5 and then we're going to use arc blocks in the corners to give us a circular well to put the stairwell in. And we're just going to snap those to each corner, and you're going to want to stretch those out to 2.5 by 2.5 by 5 blocks tall. Next we'll choose our stair block that we're going to use. In this case I'm using 206 rounded. I like using rounded, it just looks a little bit more authentic. So go ahead and place that down, and we're going to shrink this block down to about 0.3 tall and stretch it out to about 2 or 2.5 wide, depending on the size of stairwell you're building. And I'm trying to fill this whole 5x5, so we're going to do 2.5. And what I'm doing here is finding the center. So I'm using that center snapping module to find the absolute center, and then I'm using my cursor and manually placing the block so that the cursor is pointing towards that middle module. That's going to give me perfect center. Once you've placed the first block, that'll determine the whole stairwell basically. You're going to change your rotation degrees to 15, and you're going to snap the next block to that inner closest to you node, and you're just going to rotate one click 15 degrees on each one, and you just continually go up on that same node all the way until you're done. Okay, next we're going to choose the center post. You can do wood or any other texture. I like to match the stone that I'm using. So we'll go ahead and choose a cylinder in 206 and shrink it down to, I'm going to do 0.5 by 0.5, but you can do any size that fits your stairwell. And then stretch it out to the max block height, which in survival is 5 blocks. And then go into manual mode and just scoot it over and sink it down. And then once you have it in place, your stairs are pretty much complete. Now if you want the stairs to clip through the inner stairwell wall so that you don't see the edge, then I'm going to show you how to do that. So they're going to poke through the thin parts of the arc blocks, so you're going to have to put like at least a 1 block thick wall on the outside of it in order for those blocks to have something to clip into. And what I mean by that is if you're making the stairs so wide that they intercept into the wall itself and you can't see the edge of it, so you're basically hiding the edge of the stair. So just go ahead and put a 1 block wall on the outside, and then it gives you something to clip into so it won't poke out the other side. What this will also do is kind of give you a framework that you can build off of. So I'm basically giving myself a thick enough wall that now I can add a doorway here or a window or whatever it is you're trying to do. But this also kind of gives you some framework to build off of. You can't really build off of the thin ends of the arc blocks. So there you have it. That's how I build a spiral stairwell. I hope this helped you in some way, and I hope you had fun while doing it. Please join us on our Rising World server and Discord, and we'll see you on the next one.